So this is basically to piggyback off the video I made about, my nephew being here and brother almost died in '93, but he really died in 2000. So why was he saved for those 7 years? And in conclusion, I came to the conclusion that it was my nephew. Well, back in 2010, my grandson was he had a seizure. You know what I'm saying? My wife, I'm sitting in the back on Madison, and I forget the name of that cross block, but I'm smoking a cigarette. My wife pull up crying, tears coming down her eyes. I thought she got into something with some girl or something. I'm like, what the? So I'm like, she gets out like, Sajay having a seizure. So I calls. She already said she called. Matter of fact, she said she called. What is that? EMS, whatever, and 911, whatever. And so I called them. Like, yeah, we trying to get to you. It was like it was some hesitation. It was almost like they was on drugs, to tell you the truth. So I just got frustrated. I said, look, here's the thing. They got to come from UMD. I asked them where they was coming from. It was like UMD. I said, okay. For them, it was rush hour too. So I'm like, it's rush hour. For them to get up here, it would be better for me to hop in the car and just drive down there. So I'm driving. I'm doing 60, 70. Going down, trying to get down to UMD, running red lights. I ran in the park, and I think that's Westside Park. Went into Westside Park. The state troopers was in there. Swear to God, no lie. I'm blowing the horn like I went in there. No car supposed to be in there. I went in there, blowing the horn, man, because I'm trying to get their attention because I'm like, yo, they service people, so they public service people. So I'm like, I can get them, they can get me down there faster. They said, and just kept on driving. And I said, bump it. Now I'm like, oh my God. And it came in the park and I done wasted time. Goes out the park, boom, goes down 16th Avenue. I'm going through red lights. It wasn't no red lights. I'm going through blocks. And after a while, I'm like bumping. So we gets to Bergen and maybe 15th or maybe 14th Avenue. And we seen the ambulance there, boom, picked them up, boom, carried them over to the ambulance. And he got saved. You understand what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Come on now, I was in the hood. There's plenty of times that I could have died, but I didn't die. Car accidents and all, right? What was I saved for? I was saved for that particular moment. And for some reason, a couple of years ago, I started getting the whole thing of being calm under pressure. I don't know where it came from, but I started being calm under pressure. It prepared me for that moment. You understand what I'm saying? I was saved for that moment. God prepared me to be saved for that moment. And now the baton is passed to my grandson. He was saved for something. Like he said, he put me right there to drive that car, to have the patience to drive that car the way that I did, to keep him alive for something. You don't believe me? That's the wonders that God puts in front of us that I don't think that we realize and know about. And that's real.